the left is trying to say the 60 Minutes interview is a nothing burger. But I don't know if you watched either one of you watched it, but it's the opposite of a nothing burger. Well, I didn't watch the 60 Minutes. I kind of skimmed through it, but they had actually changed about. Well, first of all, the interview was 60 minutes long. They only released 20 minutes of it. They had materially changed her answers about the border, Israel, Iran, Palestine, just about everything. And I don't know. I mean, I think most of the world has kind of just moved on now. They're just like, well, Donald Trump's president now. I just thought this was pretty funny. I wanted to get your guys' reaction. Here is Kamala Harris showing up to the Lakers game, up in the cheap seat. Wait. Where is she? Way up there. And no one even cares. There's Dougie. There's Kamala. Nobody cares. I mean, do you think her political career is? I'll go to Gothix first. Do you think her political career is just cooked? Because I don't think Obama could have done that.
No,
I would have been all over him.
I think she's cooked, but also to be fair to the audience, I don't even think they know who the hell she is. Like, I don't think she was as popular as a lot of the media was making her out to be. I think there were a lot of people that went to vote that were just told to vote Democrat. They don't even know who the candidate was.
Anybody but Trump. Yeah.
Listen, guys, we can't cook her. We have to promote Kamala. We have to
Kamala
propel her
2028.
forward. 2020. We made a shirt about this. Kamala Harris 2028. Please, let's make it happen. We need this. We need to rerun it. She's a strong, independent woman. Please.
I happen to think that she had the election taken from her.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she could have had it. Could have had it. Andrew Yang released something saying, at this time and moment, we really do need a strong speech from Joe Biden.
Speech. He's sleeping half the time.
Yeah. He would be freaking giving us word salads here. That made absolutely no sense at all. So I am sad to see Kamala like this. I think she's a true champion of democracy.
I know.
The woke communist liberal left, and we need to have her supported as much as possible so she runs again in 2028.
We need to bring back Brat.
Yeah.
I'm going full Brat the next 4 years. Gothix, get on board.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. I'm not hip enough.
You bigot. How dare you? You racist bigot. Hate the strong woman of color.
The funniest thing is no, I think Gothix is right. Like, nobody gave a crap about her until at all leading up until they were told to care. Mm-hmm. And then the second they were told that she didn't matter anymore, they stopped caring about her. Like, it is so bonkers that I mean, I'm sure she's still a Secret Service, but nobody cares. Doug Emhoff's there. He's getting blamed for her losing the election. She's just, I think it's her I think her final humiliation will be obscurity. I think that she is going to be banished, but I think the Democrats don't know what to do. I think they really did want to have Gavin Newsom run in 2028, but the wildfires, that killed him. He can't. I mean, I think a lot of people will forget that by 2028, but California won't. And there's a chance he might not even win California in an open election. The Democratic primaries are going to be bonkers. They're going to be absolutely bonkers in 2028.
Yeah, I think they're going to start. They're going to start in 2020. They're going to start in about a year and a half from now. So we're not that far away from when a lot of these Democrats are going to try to put themselves forward. So I think that the system still has time to reboot. But again, they're getting a lot of their funding cut. A lot of their NGOs, a lot of their think tanks, they're getting cut off from the American taxpayer. So this is going to be very interesting of a year, since it looks like a lot of Democratic power that used to be supported by the taxpayer is going away. So a lot of those powerful institutions aren't going to be there for this upcoming election.
Politico, the Associated Press,
New York Times, Reuters.
New York Times, Reuters. What do you think of that, Gothix? I mean, I guarantee the next Democratic candidate ain't getting $1.5 billion. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. What do you think the change to the landscape will be if, Politico has to go back to being honest, or it gets shut down? We don't know if there's going to be larger lawsuits from all this. Certainly, I would expect some sort of investigation into if this government money, Politico was the first person to run the Hunter Biden laptop as Russian disinformation story. Mm-hmm. Maybe that had something to do with getting $8 million. How much of the United States press is going to collapse without this dark money coming in, do you think?
A lot of it is going to collapse, but I'm also realistic in the sense that it's not going to go away. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're just going to rebrand like anything else. It's like once they figured out they've gotten caught, they're just going to rebrand under a new entity, because I don't think they can afford to stay out of office. That's right. I think we really did dodge a bullet with Trump winning, because they would have just solidified everything. Like, they just couldn't afford. And also, by the way, I don't even think Kamala wanted to even run.
No, I don't think she did either.
I feel like she was forced to do it. She was not really invested in doing it. So I don't know. I can only hope that all of that goes away for a little bit, at least.
Yeah. What do you think, Luke?
I mean, it's going to be an interesting landscape. I mean, truly, we're living in one of the best times ever. This is something that, finally we have come from such a long way. They dominated everything. They had all the celebrities. They had the whole corporate media. They had everything, and they still lost. So this brings me a lot of hope, specifically with the way that we're kind of moving forward, since they have to really revolutionize everything that they have ever done. Nothing's going to work. This whole shtick's over. Google even just made a declarative kind of statement about how they're moving away from DEI. Right?
Yeah.
So even Google doing that, it's highlighting how the jig is up. And a lot of the people aren't buying a lot of this nonsense. The only way that they could kind of revitalize their image is by actually outperforming Donald Trump in making America great again, which they refuse to do because they hate America. They hate this country. They hate the history of this country. They hate the founders of this country. So other than that, they need to come to the American people and they need to be like, we'll give you this. Or we could make sure we give you.
It's hard. It's going to be hard to top Trump.
And it's extremely hard. And now there's even serious consideration and there's serious talk about giving Trump a third term. And Trump has entertained this. And Trump's saying, hey, maybe because I wasn't there for the first time, it kind of means that I could run again since my term was
I don't know if I love that. Yeah, just let JD run.
I don't think I love that either. But like, hey, with the way that things are going, if we're going to continue on this trajectory, there's a possibility that could happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that because obviously, that could be, we would have had 3 terms of Obama then, almost certainly.
God. I mean, we have 4 terms of FDR.
We did really have 3 terms of Obama, to be fair. But like, ultimately, I think the Hollywood star power is gone. The machine that propped her up is wounded. There's still going to be George Soros. There's still going to be a lot of these weirdos. But it's going to be really difficult to have a Manchurian candidate. Am I using that correct? It's going to be really difficult to have another Kamala Harris or another Joe Biden. Like, Joe Biden did not win the election. People voted against Trump.
Yeah, I think they're looking at this being like, we need a strong white guy again. Damn it.
Old white guy.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
everything we hate. And they have to embrace populism. They have to embrace the will of the American people to be there for America and not everyone. It's hard to sell. Hey, we're going to take your tax dollars and we're going to help Egypt to do tourism. Excuse me? We're having a hard time surviving here. I mean, the economic damage done by Joe Biden, I mean, that's vast. That's huge. There's not a lot that could unwind that unless it's kind of very radical changes to their whole philosophy, to their whole party. Their whole ideological base is just dead. dead in the water, and they need a resurgence. And the only way they can do that is by out-trumping Trump. That's the only way here strategically. Let's be honest here. If they could psyop a way to convince people that they're different and that they're actually going to take care of the American people, which they haven't, and they neglected, and they extorted, and they robbed forever.